Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that's a bit of a mystery to me, and it's something that's going on, it's ongoing, going on right now. I don't have the, it's still, an unsolved mystery, and maybe one day soon I'll find out what it is all about. But it's concerning somebody who seemed a bit narcissistic, and somebody I don't know. But anyway, I think for this month, with all that's going on in the world today, this is October 2020, and all that's going on, maybe we, some people would need to hear, at least have a video to listen to that's not about what's going on in the world today. I know I need a rest from it. So I think in October, I had thought about just taking October off until after the election. But I think maybe I'll make some mystery type, videos, actual, real, not fictional videos, things that have happened in my life, and they'll be different types. It won't be like, they won't all be like this one right here. Just different things that have happened, I've seen. It can go from people just suddenly, somebody I knew, they just suddenly disappeared, nobody knows what happened, that kind of thing. And these are going to be, some of them will be people online, and some people won't, and some of them won't. People I knew in person. But just a variety, so. Okay, as far as this one, it might be a bit lame because, like I say, I don't know, there's no ending to it, it's unsolved. But it's kind of just an odd, it gives me an odd feeling, the whole situation, like there's something that I should learn from it, not really learn from it, but it should be something important to me. Or maybe it triggers something in me, or maybe there is something from long ago that's happened that I should realize. You see what I'm saying? I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, to get to it, I have to tell a little background. And so about 5.5 years ago, I started making videos on this channel, if I put it on the right channel, on YouTube, about narcissistic people, toxic, narcissistic behaviors, toxic people, variety. And like I said, that was about 5.5 years ago. Then, I'm thinking, and I could be wrong on this, I had seen a lot of other people. Once I started making videos, I started recommending people, who were also doing videos on that. I had no idea that there was a whole, narcissistic abuse survivors community. I've heard it called different things along the way, but there were a whole lot of people doing it, making videos. It was surprising to me, but, So I watch every once in a while, I'd recommend other ones, since I put that one out, and started recommending more. And somehow, some way, I'm thinking it's been about, I think it was about 4 years ago. I could be wrong, like I said. When this woman's popped up, her video, and I watched it, and I said, okay, and I watched more. It wasn't a really long time that I watched it, it may have been less than a few months. Watched her different videos. She put out one probably every day or so. And her channel was new. Okay. Like I said, a little background. She was around my age. I'd say, probably my age. And she had a familiar accent, similar accent to mine. I can't say that I'm Texan. I can't say she was Texan. Because I lived in a lot of different states after I was an adult. I moved around quite a bit and picked up, accents here and there too along the way. But yeah, her accent was a bit familiar. She kind of, seemed like people I grew up with, something very familiar. And let's see, what else about that? I guess that was about it. Like I said, her channel was new. And she made videos, I would say hers were better than mine, but look how I do mine. During the pandemic, I like to come outside, have a reason to come outside, sit in my SUV, and make videos, get a little sun in the process, and walk around and everything afterward, and just spend some time outside. But usually I'm not on camera. She was on camera. She was always on camera. And, but she didn't put a lot of effort into making, like I don't, effort into having lighting and some kind of stage or something, or whatever. And a lot of people don't, Some people do, some people don't. So no problem. And anyway, I watched her, like I said, I watched her channel. It was new, and watched it for a while. Then strange things started happening, I guess I should say. It was just strange. Okay. I have to keep stopping because the sun makes my camera a little hot. Anyway, so over all these years, I've watched a lot of videos from various people. Not a lot. I stopped after a while. But, back then I did. I watched some here and there. Got to know different people from the community. And I never had this experience with any of them. Never any of them made me feel this way. But anyway, like I said, her channel was new. And she was kind of, I don't know. It seemed like she was trying to, I don't know. She was very giggly. Now, so am I. Okay, see. So am I. It's not really giggly. I had whole videos about that. When you're a victim of abuse, it could happen. But, on a serious topic, even. Anyway, and something about her, after watching them for a while, I started, I would comment every once in a while. I'm not much on commenting at all, seriously. Never have been. And each time after that, it seemed, this was the weird part, it seemed like she would make a video right after that, and like I left a comment, and she was speaking directly to me. Very weird feeling. Never, like I said, never felt that way with anybody else. So that was, it was like she was answering my comments, and like she was focusing. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. Like I said, never felt that with anybody else before, ever. Okay. So I thought that was strange, and then she would LOL or something like that, and she would respond to my comments actually in writing too, and like it gave me this weird feeling. It's like something wasn't right. Something she was trying to pull wool over my eyes or people's eyes or something. Something just seemed wrong about her reactions, about her videos, and her videos. Now, and let me talk about that. Just her videos themselves. Now, her videos, the ones she made, she would just talk about, she really seemed like somebody who had found the narcissistic abuse survivors community, listened to some videos, took the main points from them, and made her own videos on that topic. Now, I'm not, I've done plenty about people stealing other people's ideas, but this was different. This was like, there's certain topics that you can find repeat. Many people have done videos on that, like boundaries, love bombing. Oh, so many, gaslighting, projection, on and on. And she would take, it seemed to me, this really seemed to me, that she would take those and make a video herself, of her own, and just kept doing that. Nothing kind of new, more like she watched, like I said, she watched other people's videos, and so she made videos of her own. Okay, but nothing was like very personal about herself, that I remember. Now, this was, like I said, I'm not even sure how many years ago it was. So, memory gets vague on this because it was a short period of time, too. And anyway, like I said, maybe a few months. Well, then, she kept doing videos, and it was kind of like a little bit on the boring side because it's stuff that so many people had done videos about that already, those topics. And so I kind of, I got to where when her responses were kind of like very strange about my comments and I kind of got, a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to watch her anymore, watch her much. And then I continued for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, this strange behavior happened to her. Like, I mean, she would do this on and on and on, and it seemed like to me that once she started to get a little bit of an audience, I mean, a little bit of an audience. She wasn't that popular at all, very little. But she got this little bit of an audience, and all of a sudden she, like, I don't know, it was as though she thought, okay, this little bit of an audience would help her with this issue. And she basically just started talking about her mother. She was my age, now I'm 57, a few years ago. And she started talking about how she lived with her mother, and she needed to get out, and her mother was, a narcissist, and she was driving her nuts, and she really needed to get out of there, but she needed to get help from other people, so she was pleading with her audience, little bitty tiny audience, I'm talking maybe 10, okay, she was pleading with them to help her out by sending her money, or I think it was PayPal or something like that. It was just shocking to me. It was, because she don't, really not shocking. Nothing really shocks me anymore that people do, really. It hasn't for many, many years. But just going from making those videos to suddenly thinking that she had a lot of people, she only had a few that would support her, basically. Her need to move out. And I don't know if anybody did. And then just suddenly, boom, her channel was gone. Yeah. I guess she waited a while, and then boom, it was gone. Maybe people's support helped her. Maybe they didn't. Okay. Now, there's that part of the story. It's not over yet. Okay. Like I said, it was about around 4 years ago. It was around 4 years ago. And it was just a brief period of time, and boom, her channel was gone. And a lot of things have happened in the past 4 years, at least for me, I'm sure, for many people. And then all of a sudden, there's this channel. I don't remember the name of that channel. I don't remember, didn't still have it, subscribe to it, nothing like that. I don't remember. Well, then it came up, this other channel just popped up, was recommended to me or something. I think it was recommended. I don't think I would have been able to find this channel. And guess what? It seemed the same kind of thing. The person seemed familiar, had a familiar accent, something, but I could not remember. And the channel was not about narcissism at all. And it was this channel was made years ago, okay, around that same time, but didn't have any videos on it about narcissism or anything like that, okay. It was a woman around my age, same thing, like I said in the other one. But I looked at her and I couldn't. At first I said, she seems familiar. And the more I've seen, just recently, like I said, very recently, the more I see, I think, is that her? Really? Is it that same woman from years ago? I checked out her channel, the rest of it. There's like big gaps in time, okay, on her channel. That she didn't, over 4 years, 5 years, I don't know how many years. But it was years that she didn't make any videos. Or she doesn't have them public, okay? Big gaps in time, lapse in time, in videos. I'll get it out in a minute, but anyway, her actions, she does videos on a variety of things now, just a big variety, and it seems like a lot like, you go out and you see what other people are making, what other kind of videos people are making, and she makes them. Okay. Just variety. Yeah. And like I said, just something, I haven't said, but yes, something is, it's peculiar to me. Something's just not right. Something is, draws me back and wondering, is it that same woman? And recently she's been doing videos that seem like she's leading up to what I have seen over many years. My first time online, when anything you might think of as social media platform, a social media platform, was 1990. 30 years. 30 years. But as far as, on video or something, and their videos are not just on YouTube, but the E-beggars and stuff like that, the people who run scams, con artists, what E-beggar, like I said, E-beggars. I've seen a variety. And this one, I think that's what she is. I think the new one, and I think that she's leading up to this again. And she has that same giggly kind of thing, and I leave a comment, and like I said, nobody else have I ever experienced that with. But like, she's commenting directly to me to try to draw me in. Something. It's weird. Okay. Like I said, I don't know if it's the same woman. Now, some might say, well, you watched her before. You should. Why wouldn't you know? Well, she's around my age. Okay. And I'm 57, like I said, and I can tell you what happened to me and other people I know that are around my age group, that I have known for years. During the 50s, we've all matured aged really fast during our 50s. From age 50 on, just like boom. And it's just the way the skin is, the hair, so many things just seem to be aged a lot fast. Okay. And I can see that this woman could be, have the same thing have happened to her. So 4 years might not seem all that long that you can age really fast, but yeah, you can. Okay. I've experienced it. When I first started making videos on my original YouTube channel, it was 6 years ago, and I look very different. I see it that way. But, yeah. Anyway. So what's the big mystery? I don't know. I don't know. But something... Now, I didn't fall for this woman. I don't know if anybody did. Fall for her game, whatever it was before. And if it's the same woman, I'm not going to fall for it again. I don't fall for that. I don't fall for scam, E-beggars, any of that at all. Just don't. So, but I'm not following this one, but I am kind of waiting to see, because she does seem like she's starting one up. Okay, to where she can get to the point of, saying she needs help. And this time taking it a little slowly, slower. So, I want to see. But there does seem, like I said from the beginning, there seems to be something that maybe, it's either like a trigger for me, or maybe I knew her sometime, or had met her or something years before this YouTube and all. You see, something is there. And there's another one like that too. Now, yeah, think about it, sometimes like I said, I've been online 30 years, and sometimes it seems like, there's so few over the years, got more, that maybe nobody would ever recognize you, or you might not know anybody there, unless they're like you. You see, nobody in person is going to see you unless you tell them about it. And that's pretty much true in my experience over these 30 years. Unless you tell them, how are they going to find you? But some can. And I have actually been, when I first started, I used to be on camera quite a bit. And now it's more like, yeah, I have a little time, maybe once a year, I'll do videos, a few of them, like a little cluster, and that's it. It's just been my norm since when I first started. Like I said, I was pretty much always on camera. And I got recognized a few times in public by strangers. Yeah, my channel, that original channel, was not that big, but it happened. So, and the topics were just variety. So, Anyway, like I said, this was kind of lame. And some of them are unsolved mysteries. Something about them is just weird. And the rest of them will be a little different. But I do want to see if something comes from this. Other than if she does try to e-beg. Okay. Something other, you know, that, I shouldn't say other than, but that and anything else. I'll give an update if it happens. But my camera's about to get hot again, and I'm tired of that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and go inside. And plus I'm starting to have a little allergy attack again. I'll talk to y'all in another video. Bye.